Hey, what's up? We're here with another VOD review. This one is for returning player Kenobi who's broken into Diamond. So yeah, we've got ourselves probably low to mid Diamond game here on King's Row. So I already watched the first round, but I haven't watched the rest of this game. Just kind of took a look earlier. Um, so I already have a few thoughts, but yeah, we'll jump right into it here. Start orb. The opening here is decent until this moment. Um, Obviously, you missed the Genji on the backside of the statue, wrapping around this way. But also, you just kind of put yourself in for their crosshairs. Something that you need to watch out for. I remember you doing this a couple other times. You'll end up in front of all of their crosshairs sometimes, but you have fade, so it's fine to just fade out and leave. So won't over talk about that one. Oh, one thing I wanted to do when going through this is talk about health packs that I like to play around specifically. Um, so not every health pack on the map, but like just gonna point out for each point as we enter them. So this is a mini inside the statue. If you can fade and like get inside here, obviously not like when they own all this space, but a lot of times you can fade, get inside here, throw a heal orb. You're gonna be pretty safe. Um, Another one I play around is this one, another mini. So same idea, small room. You can get a heal orb bounce in if you need to get out, get away, or damage orb if someone comes in here and you have enough health. And the final one is the mega back this way. It's a little bit out of the way, but I end up playing this more. You may realize, especially if you end up playing these high grounds, you can always kind of fade, disengage, grab the health pack, walk back up. But yeah, in my mind, those are the three important ones. There's also this one back here, but hopefully you're not getting pressured so much you have to play this one. God, I'm just showing every health pack. I said I wasn't going to show all of them, but there's also one here. But again, hopefully you're not getting pressured so much that you have to play this health pack. Back to the game now.
To start anew. You're broken. May I?
That is such a nasty sleep from Mirana. Like, dude. I would be so mad if I was that dude. That was disgusting. Widow gets a headshot, so be able to just kind of walk through this point. This is all good. This fade jump you can't hit with the minor fade perk. The jump you can hit though is to open up to right here. You can fade off of this telephone pole and up here, and then just walk. Yeah, without the major perk, you're not gonna get into this window like at all. Still fun. Stand on point and cap it. This next point, I remember watching and thinking you did like a lot of stuff right. Pressuring in there. He faded because he punched. Damage orb. Yeah, this is all good. You know where they are, you're not running them down because there's three of them and your ram can't follow you. So like, yeah, just ping where they are and move on with life. More good awareness, you know the doom's behind you. I thought this was a good play. Honestly, you could make either decision. Either A, you could play passively with your team. You know this Doom's going to jump on your team. And you decided, like, okay, I'm going to leave this Doom to do whatever he's going to do, and I'm going to go, like, do my own thing. Hopefully they can deal with the Doom on their own. So your own thing was pressuring the half-health Genji. I thought it was a good decision. A little sloppy on the takedown, but, you know, overall pays off. Good movement to dodge all his attacks, and he's done. plays all around. I wish that you had been able to save your Reaper, but it didn't work out that way. Oh, pressures Zuki, get him out of there. This is a situation that you'll find yourself in a lot of games where their team's on the way back. Obviously they're down 1 because of the Mizuki, but they've got a lot of people coming back, and y'all also have people coming back. If you're queued up with these people, it's never a bad idea to just back up a little bit so your team can see you before their team. But if you can't communicate that, then like, but this is the threat if their team gets there kind of first. Another disgusting sleep by Urana. Oh, Jolly down. I'll talk about this for a second. Again, I think this is good. Go. Dude, I want when you're honest really low. So here, you can't out-heal the Genji damage. So especially once the Ana's this low, if Genji hits her one more time, she's dead. If you heal Ana and Genji hits her one more time, she's dead. Your best bet is just to kill the Genji, which is what you go for. Because if you kill Genji, then he can't kill Ana. But healing Ana does nothing to help her. So, yeah, good decision, then heal her afterward. Like the orb bounce, you know where they are, you get the orb in there. I'd kind of like to go up there and help the Tracer. So you know that he's used his movement ability, so you could go up in there with Tracer and right click him here. I'll get a point though. All's good. At this point it kind of collapses, and we'll talk about why. I want to go back. I want to see how much time they had when you cap. They had 4 minutes and 43 seconds. So there's a lot of time on the clock here. And there's no reason that, like, y'all shouldn't cap with over a minute, or, you know, over 2 minutes on the clock. Y'all have been absolutely steamrolling. So kind of want to, as this progresses, talk about how bad stalls can happen, I guess. How a team can make a hold. Real quick, I want to talk about getting these high grounds, because it's important on this point. Easiest way to do it is when the cart is pushed up. If you don't have long fade, you can jump in the cart and use base fade to get up here. Easy enough, but that's not an option because the cart's back here. So the second way you can do it, it takes a little bit of setup, but you jump just a normal jump onto this blue barrel. You do another normal jump onto these boxes. Then from these boxes, you can fade onto this high ground really easy without the fade perk. The third way to do it, which is the fastest, but it's the riskier option, is if you stand here, this pole right here has like a weird hitbox. So if you hit it and just like ride straight up it, you'll end up on the high ground. Problem is that if you fail it, you end up in the pit. So that one I'd say you probably want to like go to a custom game and practice. But yeah, if you watch like higher ranked Moira gameplay, you see Moira is playing these high grounds a good bit. It gets super easy. I mean, they're free to get once you have the fade perk. So just a little discussion on those. This is good though. I mean, supporting your team. You had fade up. You'd have to be pretty quick with fade. If you watch that death back, I mean, it's kind of a bang bang play. Going back too far. So yeah, Doom punches in, and you'd have to fade now. So probably a little too quick to fade. Maybe you can get it. Either way, you're almost dead. Things I hate seeing is your team kind of staggering out for this long. Get a heal orb out. Make sure he doesn't stagger. It's all good. Now, the worst thing you could do to give them more time right now is to stagger as your team's regrouping. Obviously, you want to find like ways to sneak damage orbs in and things like that, but realistically, you're not going to get a pick in between these fights. The enemies have all of their cooldowns, they're totally ready for everything, so you don't want to give them a kill and then restart the stagger process, eating another like 20 to 30 seconds off the clock. Definitely not wanting to do that. So, yeah, obviously I knew it was going to happen, and you give them that kill. So now your team, right as they regroup and are ready to push in again after the last session of staggers, is down a teammate. And this is how you turn these 4 minutes and 45-second holds into really like hellish situations. Specific point I want to go to. So you're really starting to rank up. You have Diamond, considered, you know, a respectable rank. These are good players. They're not the best players in the whole world, but these are pretty good players. And when good players want to show right here. Maybe I'm a little too late. I got like this exact frame. So when you peek this, we'll show where your team is. Your team is still back here, not engaged, kind of in the poke phase of the fight. So you're the first person to engage. And when that happens, we're gonna go, we're gonna look at the Doom's POV. He's got his cursor on you. Shion also has her cursor on you. The Genji's looking in your direction. The Wu Yang is behind a corner, can't see you. Samich here, does he end up looking at you? I thought he did, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, he looks at you for a second. So you had aggro from 4 of them. Probably just need to leave. And I know you tried to fade up and around this way. You crept out too far, and you took this escape route, your actual safe escape route, away. So you had to kind of go out here where you could stay isolated and people could chase you down. Technically, maybe someone could chase you down over here, but they'd be chasing you down into your own team. And you probably trade at the absolute worst, but I doubt you even die if you come this way. So yeah, you just couldn't creep out here and take all that aggro. You want to distract, but once 4 curses are on you, you only have 225 HP. You're just going to go down. And they will start chasing you more. You know, in gold, that Shion probably stops chasing, but in diamond, not. They're gonna know where you are.
Time again to try again.
Heal orb probably. Tanks down, so now you're in another stagger session. Like, it's been a minute, and your team hasn't gotten a real team fight since capping this point. There's another stagger. And another one. And now you stagger. So like, yeah, you kind of see the issue, and this is totally avoidable. I remember when I watched this through the first time, I watched your health bar. Like, alright, okay, leave, it's time to leave, you have plenty of time, you need to leave, and so. That was kind of my thought process the first time I saw that death through. I want to point out, the staggering is not all your fault. Why your Tracer was in there and dying, I have absolutely no clue. Like, that shouldn't happen. It's frustrating that it does happen, because, like, that's out of your control. But you've had a couple staggers here yourself that are totally in your control. And, like, I would think a higher rank lobby would kind of chill here and not continue staggering. We'll see what your team does in a 4v5.
Surrender to my will.
Still staggering. Yeah, y'all just are not fighting with all 5 up. That's partly your fault, and it's partly not. But you gotta do what you can to control it.
This will give us an edge.
Got 5 up, and your Reaper goes down. I'd kind of forgotten how long this happens.
Progress is seldom won with ease. Big skyrocket.
Alright. I like the idea here. Coming out to the side, as long as you don't like overstay it, you'll be fine. And your team is down again. Honestly, good play on the Doomfist, but it doesn't end up mattering because you lost 2 before any of that ever happened. Even if you kill the Doom, like your team probably doesn't get to push in. Yeah. Good. Like, I hope watching this back, your Reaper goes down again, and every time I'm seeing, like, when the players on your team get picked first or picked way too early in a fight, it brings me pain. Make sure you're not that guy. I guess is the thing to learn from here, and you have not always been that guy. You've been the guy a couple times, but, like, y'all haven't had a team fight for real. Like, kind of maybe one in, what, 3 minutes? 3.5 minutes? Y'all have gotten the cart yay far since capping. Like, and you capped with 4 minutes and 43 seconds. So I think what'll happen too when you steamroll is players start getting overconfident. They think the steamroll is just a given and it's going to continue. And clearly, like, that's not the case. These players are good enough to stop the steamroll, and they have. I like the play. I like coming behind, trying to make something happen. I think you're a little slow in that rotation, but it's alright. Yeah, you get behind. Start distracting. Good fade timing. Took as much damage, stayed in as long as you could, and left before it got dangerous. Or, I guess right as it got dangerous. Coalescence. Alright, your team gets a real fight and wins it. I'm going to talk a little bit about fade jump mechanics once you get the major perk. This is why a lot of people, well, like one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like the major perk is that jump. I know you were trying to jump here and probably peek here, which is a perfectly fine play. Like, that's better than where you're standing now. You're stuck where you are now because you didn't make the jump. So, like, I get it. But when you have the long fade perk, you can't just jump from anywhere to make a small little hop like this, especially if there's a roof. You have to get closer. So it's like you fade and then jumped immediately, which gave you all the height. But if you had fade, gone forward, and jumped once you were about here, you get into this clearing easily and you're fine. You can also cancel the fade once you're here so that you're not just sitting around and fade forever. Cancel, take your steps over, and start, I assume, attacking the Doom, healing the Zarya, whatever you want to do here. You know, other options would have been, you can get this high ground with long fade. So you could have done this if you wanted to be, like, particularly aggressive, but I think the play you went for was probably the better of the two options. Just like, have to get the fade timing down. This is good. I said I wanted to talk about health packs. I just remembered I said that. Main health pack in this point is this one. We love playing around this health pack when we can. There's one back here that's nice. I'll hit this health pack and then bounce a heal orb up and down. If I'm really getting pressured, you can live through a lot. There's a mini right here that, yeah, kind of good to play. I don't play it a ton. And then the final one, especially when you're the defending team, is right here. you can like pressure people out this way and then fade back to this cover and pick up this health pack. And if you need, throw a heal orb. Same kind of ordeal. So yeah, those are the ones that I like to play. If you can just kind of mark any of those. I'll go through the second point when you're on defense.
A taste of poison.
I know I forgot the second point on this round. Good play. Get in there, claim the space. This. Yeah, pressure the Xion. Same kind of thing with the earlier fade, just like when you jump matters, so could have been a little cleaner, but play works out. This is good. Yeah, heal your Zarya, just make sure nothing silly happens, and you cap the point. But they hold you to overtime.
Score 0-3. The world
Moving right along.
ready for battle.
Yeah, this is the same start spot as me. I haven't seen this round at all, by the way. I just watched that first one. So, see what happens here. I assume the cap, because of how long this game is.
Lending a hand.
Yeah, another case of you need to leave a little bit sooner. Low key, I like starting on this side more, because you can kind of get cover easier. You can get isolated over here. I'm gonna be honest. Your fade this way leaves you in open space. And if you come back here and the Genji chases, or the Xion chases on her bike, or anyone chases, you're gonna be stuck for a while. There's a health pack you can play, but it's kind of a trap. So yeah, I like this side of the wall a little more. Just personal opinion. And with see your approach.
The objective is being captured.
When do you fade first? I know it's oddly specific. Do you walk out and then fade? Or do you fade immediately? I have reason for this. Fade immediately.
Cynics before.
The objective is being captured.
Alright, so yeah, your fade timing's right. You can throw a orb off of this wall. It'll hit right here, and it'll get to your team. Like a heal orb, right? Like right as you pop out of that fade, you hit it against this wall. I've done this rollout like a million times. This all works out. You can definitely hold here. Especially if you get on that Ana. Don't like the fade directly in front of her. I know it said get on her. You probably go to like here where your Reaper is and play with him. You just can't end up in front of her face.
We have superior numbers. We need to protect the objective.
Yeah, they clean up. It's kind of a desperation fight, as y'all were trying to retake, but they've almost certainly got the point.
You cannot escape me.
Good orb.
Objective lost.
Not like that orb as much. I feel like it got away from you after you threw it a little more than you'd have liked it to.
Aeros is advancing. Let's stop it.
I guess this is safe.
Pain is
Kind of blind faded into that position, but it works.
expect the unexpected.
Skill orb on the Genji. This is all good. This is exactly how I would play at this point. Yeah, she, I guess, called that out. That was another insane sleep. So, kill. Don't want to get picked here. Yeah, especially now that you've got a DPS down. You can get him out and now leave. Kind of want them for getting picked. Good. Good escape.
I offer something more.
I had a heal orb there, or a damage orb. I don't think they needed the heals. Fade timing, I don't think it's gonna matter. Played it right, your DPS got picked. Being way too far in their spawn, so it's kind of a lost fight for a while. An option, now that, right, you have downtime, so you want to set up. I like playing up, like, I probably would have made this rotation the second I realized I was the only one alive and could do it, but I would come up to this catwalk and either play this corner, and if I felt like I could, I would play this window once my team engages. You'd kind of want to sneak here, because the Doom can just jump on you. But yeah, this window works well. This also works well. From here, with base fade, there's a cool jump. You hit this corner, you'll go all the way over the top of this building. You can land back here and then coalesce, like hit him with coalescence. So obviously you can do it with long fade as well, but just, yeah, it's doable with without the fade perk. There's some options there.
You cannot escape me.
Got it. Ready to
Your strength becomes mine.
See, you don't want to be the Reaper. You don't want to be the Reaper there, ever.
Your assistance is appreciated.
Another goaded sleep.
Surrender to my
Good
will.
coalescence. Does he die? He does. Good job. Get in there and do damage. Kill orb yourself. Yeah. Echo should clean that up. Team should be fine. It's a good play.
An unwelcome interruption.
That executability on Xion is such a pain. Does so much damage.
This will cut the pain.
Pain is inevitable.
I would jump on the cart and go on the catwalk, so Zarya. Just kind of what goes through my head. Play here. Wrap around here. Go up here. So however you play it. Once you're up here, you're kind of good and you can drop if you need to, but if you're down low, you can't get up here easily. So I like taking the advantage to get into these like catwalks and high grounds when I can. Once you have long fade, it's all free and easy to get to, but until you get the fade perk, like I'll, yeah, kind of get up here when I can. So I have the option to play it or the option to fall.
Preparing your cellular makeup.
Damage orb off that same green window kind of leaks it into point and would hit all these people here. So definitely an orb spot you could learn.
Taste of poison.
Yeah, there you go. Right as I said it, you got it down. Yeah, would love to have seen you on the catwalks for this fight. Yeah, if you're out there, the Xion engage just isn't as free. She can't just walk you down. I don't think she has the verticality to get up onto the catwalks and harass you.
Cannot escape me.
Trying to hit another fat sleep. Bolts, but who cares? All the way up.
Let's increase our defenses against them.
Nice, your echo feeds. Go figure.
Eyes open now.
Yep, keep working in the damage orbs where you can.
This will give us an edge.
Have the fade perk, so yeah, you're playing up here now. Just good to see. You're down your Ana, so you're the only one that can heal anyone. Probably want to drop and be a little more aggressive, especially here with the Reaper. Another thing too, once you have the major perk, you can always drop, be aggressive, and fade back up to this spot anytime you want. Or through this window, or up here. Like, these all just spots just get so free. So, yeah, you could... I would have dropped. I'd have liked CB, just a little more aggressive. But the second I got pressured by Shion, especially if she ults like that, I'm back up here. Good ults, not quite enough. Good try there. Here, as long as you don't feed, your team should have another touch. I mean, your team has another touch anyway, but you prefer to be alive for it. The catwalks.
Payload's advancing. Let's stop it.
Yeah, that health pack awareness, you missed it. Right here. You could have easily clipped that and then moved over. Dang, this all works out. Sorry it bails you out with the Bob. There you go. Good fade out. It's a good fight. Good team. Typically, yeah, I like to make sure the Echo Copy can charge their ultimate. I don't know if you know how that works, but like Echo Copy someone and then she can get that person's ult really fast. So it does not matter here though, because you'll just steamroll them from the fight. Made it. Good job. Yeah, you kind of didn't know where you wanted to end your fade. You ended up in the open. I don't know if you die here or not, but another case of kind of ending fade in the open. Just no target. I think you could have really cut this fade hard. Yeah, so you land, and then you like cut straight backwards to get behind this corner. Another sneaky option is you can pretty sure get this window here. So you just fade up, hit this window, and then you can drop. Yeah, I probably would have gone here and then cut as far this way as possible, like direction changed. 1 second. Yeah. Healer. Sorry, gets the grab. And you push up, which is good. Fun setup spot, just so you know it exists. You fade. You take right here. If you can set up here and get fade back before they like push in, you can get some sneaky plays. Put in a lot of pressure on them from like this room, and then I'll drop and fade back up here. This is like total flank Moira backline shit that's gonna make your team angry, but I've had success with it. So not saying you have to go for that at all. It's definitely the more aggressive play, but I will go for it at times. You definitely want to damage orb out to get your resources back. Cool, good plays. You can get that doom. Someone just went off the map. Nope, Echo's back. Doom's still low. Target priority. That time you cut the corner, you got out. Definitely want to heal up your Zarya. Just make sure she doesn't die. Okay, there's no reason they should cap, even with Nano Blade. They get two. Could have gotten there if your aim was a little bit more on point, but it's what it is. You'll have another touch. Oh, they're gonna have Nano and Echo ult. And there goes the Echo. I don't know why. What happened? I'm kind of curious. Why did she copy so early? It's like no one up.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Yeah, this is just like when I see these kind of plays, they just don't happen as much. They'll occasionally happen in GM, but like high ranked players are gonna wait. They know they only have to win one fight, so instead of like coming out here and ulting and going for this like stall or 1v5, they're gonna wait till the card gets to right here, like right before the cap. And then they're gonna echo ult, and then they're gonna pop the nano once everyone's up and everyone's ready. She had so much time before this had to happen. So make sure you're not that guy. Again, that like not your fault at all, obviously. Yeah. Now it's a 3v5. There's no way your team wins this. Like, oh, spoke too soon. And that's that. Man, your Reaper almost clutched that. Into the overtime.
Ready for battle.
You get the Fade perk early. You don't have a ton of time, so you probably just want to play with your team and see if you can farm Coalescence. But if you get an opportunity or see it's available, this high ground is free from this corner. So you can Fade. You walk up to this corner, click Fade, and you can get right here, like off rip. So it's a good rollout that you can use, but definitely don't have to.
Only one man pulled the trigger that.
Let's see what happens here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. Knock 'em dead.
Usually asked for
Comes right there, perfectly fine. Yeah, I'd probably stay here and heal this Zarya, especially with my either support dead. You know, I'll close it out. Yep. Big, good plays. I mean, you made the right decisions here.
you will be renewed.
30 seconds.
Pain is inevitable.
Man, he could have died. You didn't have Fade up to chase in this, so I totally get it. But I love killing Genjis.
Objective A captured.
And this is all fine. You definitely don't want to go like feed here.
10 seconds.
Effective. With the payload for the mesh. Taste of poison. Someone show.
You're gonna hold the choke. Here you're definitely playing for just building Coalescence. Heal as much as you can here. Just keep them up. Good job contesting there while your team backed up. Good job taking cover, and there's your Coalescence. You can still win this fight easily. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Our desired agony. Such grievous wounds.
Yeah, that's a situation where Moira can really thrive. I mean, you're in kind of a death ball comp, and you're against Amalga. You're not getting to flank, but all that healing output is just paying off. Fine with 3 on cart there. I'm also perfectly fine with this, as long as you don't just go. Do what Amalga did. Inch your brains out is what I was gonna say. I definitely Norval somewhere. Your team's gonna cap 3rd point, aren't they? Should die. She lost 2, that sucks. You have both supports, so yeah, feel free to do all the damage you want, because you don't have a DPS to do damage, so yeah, this is all, again, fantastic. That's the point. Should definitely get a bit of space into 3rd point as well. I kind of like setting up here. kind of. Yeah, get up here and then surprise them. Obviously, doing what you've been doing is fine. It's been working. It's overtime, so you can't risk leaving the cart, but... Alright, you've got a second coalescence, yeah. Just use it off rip. Good job. Sure, your Zarya gets healed. Good job. You healed her enough, so she doesn't die. And did enough damage. Oh, okay, dude. Good fade out. I'm gonna be honest. She's just gonna sit around and dance on point like that. You are the only support up, so you're the only one that can heal Zarya. You can't have Zarya. Yeah, you can't have Zarya go down. You just kind of forgot about her. You can't contest Malgo, but Zarya can. Once On is down, you, like, #1 priority is probably just keeping Zarya alive. Y'all have pushed it so far, there's a very low chance that y'all lose this, but I guess every game's losable at any point. But yeah, just, like, piece of advice. R.
2, 1. Attackers
You
incoming.
cannot escape me.
Defend objective A.
Start order. Yeah, this is a way better start position compared to your first one. I think at one point, like a week or two ago, you had asked me, like, why start here, or why I'm cautious starting here. That Genji coming over the wall is a prime example why. People could come over this wall and delete you. So starting back here, or just like within this building, just anywhere that you can see what can come over this wall, can be good. I want to get those right clicks in to reach into resources.
30 seconds.
Your end is within my reach.
Victory is nearly ours.
I like this. Yep. Yeah, y'all won.
Surrender to my will.
No real comments on that round. I think you played it right. Positioning was good. Sorry, your priority was good. You flanked at the end when you could get away with it. Can't go back after replay ends. Battle pass tier skip. Okay.
Ready for battle.
To talk about like why this flank works at the end. Obviously, you know, your team kind of won this fight. You played a part in it. I think a lot of people played a part in it. So you heal your Zarya, make sure she doesn't die. Now you know their attention, like it has to be on the point. They can't chase you. If they chase you over here, then you've won. So these are the kind of situations where you can flank, and flanks go really hard. They're all distracted with your team. They're all distracted with other people. So they're all distracted with touching the point.
I feel the burn.
Surrender to my will.
Good job. Well done.
So yeah. Anyways, what are the stats at the end of this? Yeah, kind of a lot of deaths on both teams. I mean, they had an EPS of 24, which is crazy. That's way too many. You have 58 elims, which is actually more eliminations than I've ever gotten in a game. My record's 57. Yeah, kind of high deaths from both teams. Yeah, I think the only reason this was a game was because of how y'all handled your third point on attack. I think that y'all sat around and staggered and got confident after rolling them for 2 points and kind of left the door open. And then, yeah, played it pretty well after that. So good job, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything.